Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
I was getting ready to start, and Shion is scolding me for it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tales of Arise. Last time we made our way here to Olzebek, helped out some of the townsfolk in order to prepare our path forward in hopes of taking down the lord of this region, Balseth. And now we're looking for Shion a brand new outfit because this simply is not going to cut it. So we are headed off to the Fagin ruins. So we need to head this way to get there. And without further ado, I guess we ought to just head on in. And man, I was not at all expecting that at all. That was pretty funny, actually. So welcome to the Iglia Wastes, a kind of a grand open area.
Doing this for some lousy cloak. There's Zoogles here too.
It appears there are.
Hey!
You should always assume there's Zoogles anywhere you go. They're one of the reasons I need you all. We're a team after all, and that means you need to pull your own weight. Oh, so we're a team. Got it. So when I call for you, I expect you to clear out any enemies around me. What? Why do I have to do all that? In exchange, when you call for me, I promise, I'll shoot down any enemies around you, too. Sound fair?
Right.
Yeah, right. If you don't get in the habit of speaking up during fights, that'll impact morale and our ability to combo together. So make sure you do it often, got it?
Just a minute.
Looks like this enemy spotted us. Time to get to work. You don't have to tell me that. And we're hopping straight into a battle. And I figured it out this time. We've got Shion. Boost attacks. You can summon allies in combat to use their unique boost attacks. Once a boost gauge, BG, is full, press the corresponding D-pad direction to execute. These moves can be followed up with more attacks afterwards and also restore AG when used. Building up the boost gauge. Although the boost gauge builds up automatically over time, it can be filled up faster by landing attacks and counter edges on enemies as well. Alright, so I was looking at Iron Mask's boost attack. Iron Blade. Initiates a brute force swing attack that can down almost any enemy. Use it to get allies out of a deep trouble or create an opening for additional attacks. Iron Mask's boost attack is pretty much kind of your all-around, like, it's pretty much going to knock over any enemy that you throw at it. And when you use the boost attacks correctly, it typically will stun an enemy for a few seconds to create an opening, as it says here, for additional attacks. And tutorial start. Sweet. So use a boost attack.
With that blade and your strength, the average Zoogle shouldn't
And
be a
see, we got
problem,
Iron Mask here. Once we've targeted an enemy, he will go in and boost break, and you see it will knock the enemy over. And I can use Gemini Aqua there. And let's see, can we use Iron Mask again to knock him over once more? Oh, we got both of them that time. And I'm just gonna continue to fire shots. There we go. Shion's boost attack, Wing Clip. Fire numerous beams of light from the muzzle of Shion's rifle. Effective on aerial enemies, it temporarily restricts their fighting abilities and downs them. So anytime you got some flying enemies in the area, you're gonna want to use Shion's ability here. So we're gonna fire at this guy a little bit and then use our own attack ability here. There we go, boost attack, and it's gonna knock them down. Sweet. Boost attacks. Teaming up with other party members for boost attacks allows you to keep attacking enemies longer. Different members work better against different enemy types, so don't be afraid to mix and match to maintain the upper hand in battle. And so it really helps to pay close attention to what enemies are doing. And so yeah, even though this is an aerial enemy, Iron Mask here can really help us out. Let's see, and then if I want to switch targets, I hold the left stick, and I can move around targets. But also, if I press up on the D-pad, you'll notice that little flag in the top left, or the bottom left corner, top left, switches around, and I can switch over to Iron Mask and fight with him. So you can switch between party members whenever you'd like. So I want to show off fighting with Shion a bit more. Never mind. Looks like you got the hang of it, but don't let it get to your head. Those ones were easy. Or those were easy ones. I know. Walks off. To be fair, Shion, you were kind of getting a little sassy with him, but whatever.
That took more energy than I expected.
Yeah, but I finally got it to where we can actually fight as Shion, so hopefully here in just a moment we'll come back with those
You can hardly
guys.
see anything from here.
Why don't we climb up higher and see if we can get a better view?
I think that's a great idea, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. Plus, also there's some items up here that we can get, like this. A potato. And we can use
What
it
could
for
this be?
cooking as well. And I did not read that full description, but I'm sure it's fine. We can wander around the sides here. There may be some enemies up here too. It's always good to do a bit of exploring anytime you reach a new area because you'll get stuff like this, like some wheat that we can collect, and especially all these stuff on the ground, especially if it looks like it's a food item like a potato or wheat, that will come important later on. So definitely make sure that you're grabbing those if you can. We got a chest up here. Open that up and we get 500 gold. Sweet. I think that's kind of everything up here, or unless there's some...
So these are the Fagin ruins? How'd you figure a place like this turns derelict?
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. No, that's... No, I'm kidding. Please don't cancel me. That's the last thing I need is to be canceled. So let's avoid these guys if we can. Nope. All right, we're not gonna do that. So Xion, she is essentially the party's healer. She's gonna do better in long-ranged scenarios here. And let's see if I can dodge. There we go. Don't even need to. Let's use Iron Mask boost break here. Knock this guy over. Gemini Aqua. And yeah, she's essentially the healer. Not too much. If you're playing as her, more than likely you'll probably have one attacking art and a couple healing arts attached to her. So you're going to be doing most of the party's healing for the most part. And I think I've got myself a little turned around here. But that's pretty much all there is to it for Xion. We'll be learning more. And like, of course, characters unlock more abilities as we go on. So things do get a bit different. I want to try to fight every enemy in this area if we can. So I'm going to come back around here and fight these wolves if we can. Here we go. Alright, let's shoot Gemini Aqua there. Try to avoid this. Make sure that we're going to heal Iron Mask if he gets a little low. You can I'm actually doing a lot of damage even with this rifle. This is nice. Sweet. Not really a whole lot of healing needs to be done, especially when your party likes to dodge attacks. Personally, though, I like fighting as Iron Mask, so I am going to go in to Arts, and then from here, no, I need to go to Edit. There we go. So the right bumper gets us to this screen. This shows you who your battle members are. You can have up to 4 battle members at a time. Of course, we only have 2 party members. I'm sure we'll be getting more as we continue, and I can change the leader here to show who we go into battle with. So right now we'll be going into battle with Iron Mask, but I'm still controlling Xion. So we'll try to run around a bit with different characters to kind of show them off in areas, but most likely a majority of my fighting, except for when we were first introduced to a character, will be with Iron Mask. All right, so let's continue on forward here, making sure I can get as many collectibles as I can. Got a break there somehow, so knocked him down. Oh. Already taking damage. I need to be more careful. I'm very much guilty of being a little bit more, a little too trigger happy when it comes to things like this. Trigger happy, I guess. It's like I'm a bit more of a hack and slash kind of.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
I mean, I guess that's true. I think there's some items. Oh, did we grab these already? We did. Sweet. Okay. Probably in this house here, there should be. No. Can we jump, please? I forget which button it is to jump. It's B on Xbox, which is like the weirdest button ever to have as a jump button. But you know what? It is what it is. Like I would think like it'd be like Y. Well, Y doesn't do anything, but you know, it is what it is. I don't want to get too distracted around here. Let's fight these guys. Eventually, as we go along, it may come to a point where I'm kind of editing out a lot of the fighting going on, because it just seems like that should be kind of what we're focused on. A lot of the fighting, especially when it comes to stuff like this, if it's just like mindless, like low-level enemies, we'll probably be editing that out as we go. Well, actually, low-level enemies shouldn't take us too long, so maybe I don't need to edit it out at all. Let's see here. Let's jump down here. I think this is a hidden golem. No, it's just a giant rock in the ground. Okay. I for some reason thought that was an enemy in the area, so Through those pillars right over there is where we need to go. We can run over this way. I'll try to grab this. Sweet. Avoid the hot fire rocks, please. Okay, they've spotted us. Not great. There's this guy over here. Can't even talk to him. That's cool. It doesn't really matter, though. I can go ahead and tell you that's something we won't be taking care of until kind of much later on. So, let's see. Can I go up this way? I can. I wonder. We hadn't really been up this way, though. I don't think we can even... Okay, that's not actually anything important. Can I get into any of these? No, so there's nothing important in those. I'm just trying to make sure I go around and get as many collectibles as I can while we're in this area. It's a pretty big area. I mean, you can see it here on the map. It's not too small, but I mean, it's fairly large enough to where, you know, and I like how these things will re-show on the map, so you can always come back and get them later on. So we'll try to head down that way as well. We haven't explored that area too much. I probably won't be able to grab everything, but I'll try to grab most things and do a bit of exploring. I want to make this pretty quick though, because I don't really want to spend too much time here. I'd rather see if we can get to the Fagin ruins and possibly get through them in this episode. I'd rather not waste too much time if I don't have to.
This could be useful.
I guess that probably won't happen. And how did you not get involved in this fight? I mean, you know what? It is what it is. Wow, that was quick. Very fast fight. I think we just need to explore this area. This is probably all we're just gonna end. Oh, hello. Another Danny Owl. 3 already. And that's also another reason why I came up here. I say I'm surprised, but
I'm surprised there are owls here too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
To be fair, I did kind of know that he was here. Okay, not the button I wanted to press. Can I jump down, maybe? No. Okay, we'll have to go this way. Back the way we came, it seems. Alright, so let's jump down here. Luckily, there's no such thing as fall damage. She just lands in those heels, too. To be in those heels, she's moving quite well, I would say. I mean, not that I know what it's like to move in heels, but I imagine it's not fun. Alright, these won't necessarily do anything for her, but it's enough to just deal some damage and get me out of that situation where I'm kind of being surrounded by all of them. Yeah, so even if you're... I forget what these are called already. I did not mean to cut her off. The boost attack, even if the boost attack necessarily won't affect the enemy in question, like for example Shion's isn't going to affect any enemies on the ground, sometimes it's good to just go ahead and use it, especially if you don't have any flying enemies in the fight. Just because it's helpful to kind of get yourself out of a little bit of a tricky situation if you find yourself in one. Alright, let's first things first, let's target the gem on his back. Because that is a... Got the dodge. There we go. And the weak points. Doing so, breaking the core here will be really nice. Got the core break. Sweet. Wow, that was very quick.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Sweet, I guess. I see something in this house over here. Nothing in there, but... I'm going to run past you guys really quick, grab this apple gel. And you guys can't get me in here, but too bad. I'm coming for you anyway. Might as well fight as much as we can in the early game, try to level up our characters as much as possible. Though we do get a little bit more of an XP boost in these harder game modes. Because we're not playing on easy or the story mode or whatever, we're playing on just normal. And I may up the difficulty as we go on. I may decide I want a bit of a challenge as we head through these episodes, you could say. So, SP accumulated. Oh, that's right. We have enough SP accumulated for the little thing that I want to get Shion. Make sure I'm not getting turned around on my map here. And got an apple gel there. We just got one in there. And I think there's another one, like, kind of back over this way. I do kind of have, like, a map. Generally, a good idea in my head of where items are. And yes, sure enough, I was right. Sweet, apple gel. Let's get both of you, all three of you in on this fight. Might as well. Sonic Thrust. That's a good attack there. Let's use this. Try to keep these guys off Xion if possible. I'd rather them attack me, do a lot more damage, and they will. She's just got a lot less health. She can take a lot more damage. Her defense is not very high, and that's just how it has to be. Alright, sweet. And then we can head down this way, sweet. Okay, I know I have enough SP. We'll get to that in just a moment. Don't worry. I want to grab the remaining items that are out and about. More potatoes. Okay. Let's see here. Just some wasps. This should be a nice and easy fight here. Hello? Just ran right through them. What? Or they're bees. Sorry, not wasps. Excuse me. It is what it is. Alright, let's see. I need a Xion's boost attack. Here we go. And it does a lot of damage too, so like very quickly takes these guys out. Let's use more of this Sonic Thrust. I know I shouldn't use them back to back like that.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
And final attack. There we go.
More pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Any injuries?
Alright, and we have this little hidden valley back here with this plant right there, and it is lavender. Ooh, helps raise attack when used.
What could this be?
Those little herbs like that will permanently increase certain stats. I'd like to try to save those for a bit later. It's not really necessary right now. As we continue on through the game, it'll become more apparent who we want to give this stuff to. So I'll try to hold on to that if possible. I think that's everything. Now, before we fight this golem, who's more than likely going to come running after us, I want to go to the skills panel because now Iron Mask doesn't have enough, but Xion does, and I said Burning Strike. Alright, so let's do that, and then probably KO Prevention's actually probably really good. Probably not this early. It is 800 too, so I think we'll just go ahead and list Near Death Attack Elemental Increase. Hopefully, though, we never have to use this skill, because hopefully Xion's never super close to death. Hopefully I can kind of build our characters the right way so that, you know, we don't have to worry too much about this. Max AG, especially for someone like Iron Mask, where his little attacks here, these are just really good, are going to be the best option, I think, moving forward. All right, Golem, let's go. Let's do this.
Gotta break through.
All right, wrong button. Let's target this. Ooh, got the perfect dodge. When you get a perfect dodge there, the character will kind of uh-oh. I did not get the perfect dodge that time. If you get the perfect dodge, you can kind of immediately counterattack, which is really, really nice. All right, let's run over here. Let's see what's in this water. Some carp. Okay. Okay, jump out of the water, please. Thank you, Xion. All right, some more carp, and I think that ought to do it for everything over here. Nope, I see some ore hiding in the corner over here. Might as well grab that while we're here. And I think we've grabbed just about everything. We didn't fight every enemy here, but you know what? I think we did a pretty good job, I'd say. So let's just go ahead and continue on in to the ruins. Let's see here. Oh, campfire.
I wonder if those are the Fagin ruins below us. Shouldn't be too much farther now, if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat. Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renins know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought...
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat, but we don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on me.
You've been carrying that stuff around this whole time? I'm not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
That's why we're going to cook it instead.
Cook? I've never done anything like that before.
Me neither, to be honest. But we've got to make something out of all this, so might as well try.
Alright, so looks like we're resting at a campfire.
What are you staring at me for?
Your clothes are all about function over form. You should think about sprucing them up a little.
Why? What purpose would it serve?
I guess you're right. I just think you'd look good with a little blue thrown in somewhere.
Alright, I'll think about it.
Thinking he'd look good in blue. As if he's not covered in... I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it won't let us reminisce or anything like that. All we can do is rest. And it's going to ask us about cooking. So at Camps and Inns, you can cook meals, conferring temporary effects when eaten. New dishes can be made by finding recipes, while ingredients can be found at collection points and general stores. Eating a new meal overrides any previous effects. Favorite meals, cooking. Depending on who in the party cooks a meal, the extent of their effects and duration will vary. As such, it is wise to rotate who's on cooking duty based on your current goals and the party's overall status. Alright, so porridge is about the only thing that we have in terms of what we can make. It's a gentle dish by boiling wheat and water. Pretty straightforward. It gives us defense up tiny, so the T stands for tiny. And then I think we have other effects, which is like small, medium, and large as well. And the effect lasts for 10 minutes. And that's not 10 in-game minutes. That's 10 real-life minutes. So we can, you'll get to see kind of how long I've been recording for. But when Shion cooks this meal, it consumes double ingredients for 90% cooking effect and duration. So 90+% on both of those. So if we give porridge, we select our cook. It'll be Shion. And here we go.
Should definitely keep you guys full.
And we get defense up T. Instead, now it's 19 minutes. And the effect is still tiny, but it's not as low, you could say.
You really do eat through that mask of yours, huh? I'm impressed you can manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while. Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw. It would have been perfect if it had any flavor.
Sorry it didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just... Sorry. That's not how I should thank you for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense? Or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so? What's so unusual about what you eat?
Well, one time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already.
All right, and because Shion made a meal, she gets a new skill on the skill panel. She got Counter Edge. After a perfect evade or guard, press right trigger to trigger an immediate counterattack. So Counter Edge is what I showed a little bit earlier in that fight with Iron Mask. He already has it unlocked, so he was able to do that. And she's got a lot more things. So she can now fire Toxicity, some other things here as well. I may also grab one of these. Physical ailments, probably not yet. Probably just go for the Toxicity. We can only do one of these at a time. I'm probably going to ignore these for now. I don't think we'll need them quite yet. Let's go for Toxicity. I think the more kind of arts we can get, the better. And ooh, we have enough for some of these, but I think I'd rather go for the max AG.
Well, off we go.
Off we go, except I would like to rest here one more time, and that is because there is hopefully
body seems to be doing okay.
A skit that we can view because we have skipped it a little bit earlier. We could get this a bit earlier by resting at any campsite before now. But since we're here, we might as well view it. This is Zoogles.
I swear you can't walk 5 steps without tripping on a Zoogle. This is getting old.
Yeah, but wasn't it you Renans who brought the Zoogles here from Rena in the first place?
They're not just ordinary animals from Rena. Each of them has been modified to suit a particular purpose. In fact, some Zoogles were originally derived from the animals on Dana, or so I've heard.
What? You Renans couldn't stop at just the people of this planet? You had to screw with our nature too?
You can get angry all you want, but we have bigger fish to fry. So, are you going to work with me or not?
I will. It's in both of our own interests.
Alright, and that was all I wanted to view, so we can just rest. And no, I would like to not
You should
cook.
get some shut-eye. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
I agree, Iron Mask. So, let's head on through here and make our way to the Fagin Ruins. Alright, and we are here at the entrance. However, I think this is a good of places ever to end off this episode. So if you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It helps the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.